Greetings, and welcome to another video, and today I'm going to be reacting to a video claiming to be a full class of karate. Now, it says Shotokan karate, and as I am a practitioner of Shotokan karate, I figured I would react to this video and see what it's got, and see if it's accurate and if it might help you. Alright, let's see what we got. Oh, and I will probably be linking this video in the description, so keep an eye out for that. Alright. It's pretty loud. Okay. This stuff isn't important. Okay, I see some problems right there. First, you're supposed to look up when you pass.
This is an introductory level, 9th KU, white to yellow belt class. We're going to start out with our feet together. We can be in Masubidachi if we want to. We're going to go ahead and bow again. Rei. Yoi. Step against Shizentai. Shizentai is our natural, normal stance. We're going to put our heads on our hips, do a little bit of a warm-up. We're going to start with a head roll. Now, when we do these exercises, all of our exercises...
Okay, right off the bat, yeah, classes will start with stretching and then calisthenics, but also, he's bowing wrong, at least as far as I can tell, and he might be pronouncing things wrong. It might be a school-to-school basis, yeah, and pronunciation might vary, but as far as I know, it's wrong.
Exercises, we want to have good breathing, deep breathing, and exhale. And I encourage you to follow along with me the best you can all the way through. Rolling our head, we're going to go back the other direction.
Okay, just going to skip ahead here. Okay, working the shoulders. He's bringing it around town.
And I'm in a Masubidachi stance. My toes are pointed out.
That actually is a stretch that, that we do in my class.
Breathing deeply the whole time you do your jumping jacks.
Okay, jumping jacks. Yeah, that is generally what we start with. Although generally we strike our stomachs on the end of the jumping jack as extra conditioning.
Okay, we've got about 10 more seconds.
This isn't wrong, it's just not sure how to wait.
Chill. Okay, very good. Now we're going to do about 5 push-ups.
Okay,
now what I encourage you to do, like I said, this is an introductory workout.
Okay, even if this is an introductory workout, 5 push-ups is pretty minimal. I mean, unless you're doing advanced push-ups or, well, variations that would make 5 reasonable, like isometric push-ups or clapping push-ups or something like that, or fingertip push-ups.
So most people who are just coming into the core,
alright, let's see.
You do what you can, and now we're going to do 5 standard push-ups, and I want to do them as well as I can. My back is going to be straight. I'm going to go down here. Notice my back is straight.
Okay, yeah, that is true.
I'll let everybody get into position. We're going to do 5.
You'd rather do 1 push-up with good form than 20 with bad form. That's what my sensei in jiu-jitsu says, at least. Alright, he's just doing
push-ups. We may do that a couple more times today. Okay, the next exercise that we're going to do is called the stride punch. the stride punch. We're going to do this for 30 seconds. What the stride punch is my right arm is forward, my right leg is back. Okay, and we alternate.
Okay, this just looks like jazzercise. Not really karate. Might be a decent drill. Probably some good cardio. Work on agility, speedier punches, maybe footwork, but this doesn't seem like a beginner thing.
Back and forth, alternating back and forth, side. You can see what we're doing. So we're going to do stride punches, excuse me, for 30 seconds.
All right, let's.
You're breathing.
He's not really putting anything into those punches. Again, this is basically just jazzercise.
Good breathing habits. Deep breathing all the way down. Breathe out. Very good. That's stride punches. Next thing we want to do, we're going to do some wrestlers' crunches. We're going to do 15 wrestlers' crunches.
Okay, that was... Okay.
The wrestler's crunch.
Okay, I take back my previous criticism. If that was meant to be calisthenics and not technique, that's not actually bad. Seems like it's a full body thing, cardio, get the blood pumping, all that. So, I will retract my previous statement. Not something that I've done, personally, but doesn't look like it would be all that bad.
For those of you who are not familiar with it,
we do crunches in my class too, so.
Okay, here we go. Ready? 1, 2.
Although you shouldn't have your elbows pushing into the ground when you're doing your crunches. Generally, you want to have them crossing over your chest. Or maybe even, flat against the floor, but that's just not good form.
3, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Also, generally, at least in my classes, they count in Japanese, so
now,
there's that. Although I can see this being for beginners on YouTube.
It's called a kickback. I'm going to kick back behind me here.
That's just a donkey
straight
kick.
Back. Go. Okay, other way.
Okay, now he's just stretching again. Generally, you want to do your stretching before calisthenics.
Okay, good. Check that out a little bit. We're going to get up. Technique for just a second. We're going to start. We're going to re, bow, yame.
That's
yoi. In a
yoi.
ready position. The way we get into preparation for this, we're in the natural stance. We're going to mark our target in front of us. We're going to be punching straight to the center. I'm doing this in 2 steps. This is 1, 2. Okay. Inhale, exhale. Okay. Let's do that. We inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale.
Okay, generally you're not going to
Punching
do
right
that.
Here in the center.
It's all
Inhale.
one motion, not 2.
Exhale.
But this is
Inhale.
kind of similar to a technique I'm familiar with called Renzoki, alternating punch. And the stance is pretty similar to Hikadachi, or parallel stance.
I'm going to get a little faster. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale.
And also,
Ready?
generally,
Hush, mate.
we don't breathe when we do this, unless instructed otherwise. We do what's called a kia. It's basically that, if you want an example, think that high-pitched screaming sound that Bruce Lee makes when he's kicking people. That's essentially what a Kia is. Gonna skip past this.
Now, during this exercise, in fact, all of these exercises, we want to make sure we engage the core of our body. Because when I engage the core, all these ab muscles are engaged. As I'm doing Chokozuki, these ab muscles are engaged. So that's something we need to focus on while we're doing that. Something I didn't talk about a while ago, but is in some of my other.
Well, the Zuki's right, but I don't know what that first part of it
all
is.
That energy right here in the center. Okay, on the Seekin. Okay, so we're going to do that another 30 seconds. Okay, keeping all those things in mind.
Okay, so he's doing this by time and not numbers.
We're going to be punching
That's
through the
a
solar
little
plexus.
concerning.
Ready? Hajime.
Okay, Hajime, that means begin. Completely, that is right.
Very good. We're going to do a knee lift drill now. Knee lift is we come up, down, up, down. Okay, we're going to do this 10 times. 10 times. Ready? Ich. Son. Yon.
I'm not entirely sure what kind of technique this is, but it looks pretty similar to Muay Thai and not karate.
This is Hisa. Hisa is knee. Hisageri would be
oh, it's a knee strike.
Come through. I'm in Zen Katsudashi. Zen Katsudashi is my front stance. I want to lift up in that front stance, from that front stance, and go straight back down. This is another leg strengthening exercise. In these introductory levels, we're really working on our core strength and our leg strength. So we're going to do 10 on this side. Here we go. Ready? Ich. Knee. Son.
Okay, you see him pulling his hands down? You see that a lot in Taekwondo. Basically just pulling out a hand as a lever to add power to the kick, more basically. In karate, you try to avoid that.
Very good. We're going to switch our feet. Ready? We switch. We're in our front stance, Zen Katsudashi again. We're going to do the same thing. Same thing. Ready?
You see, his stance is a little off, but I'm willing to give exception to that because I know people that do that. But changing between stances, I cannot forgive that.
Hachi. Kyu. Shiu. Very good.
Also, it's a little hard to tell from this angle, but I think he's locking his knees out. That is one of the worst things you can do in anything.
And we're going to do Agi Uki in very much the same way that we just did Chokozuki. We're going to do this from our natural stance. We're going to lift our right arm up. This is Agi Uki. Agi Uki is upper block. First, we're going to practice some. I'm going to bring my hand that's marked the target, down and cross here in front of me. Go up, and there's a little twist here at the end. Twist up, okay, for that block. And a block is what? A block is to receive and redirect. So we want to think about all those things when we're doing this. We're going to do that again. We're going to inhale here. Exhale.
Okay, I'm going to go 50-50 on this one because that is pretty similar to a head block, but
Exhale.
It's not all that, well,
Inhale.
It's pretty far away from his head. You generally don't want your block to be that far away from your head because generally it's not that far away. It's not going to block anything. And his wrist is completely out straight. You want to have it hooked.
Exhale. Okay, now, we're going to do these. Stay with me. We're not going to be going as fast as Chokozuki. Right arm up. Ready? Hup.
Now, you do see open-handed blocks sometimes. Specifically, I've done it plenty of times in kata, but... So I'm not going to say that this is wrong, but... As far as I know, you're mostly going to be doing closed-hand techniques as a beginner. Unless it's, say, started on a palm strike. Or a ridge hand or something like that, but I doubt you'd be starting with ridge hand. Generally, push-ups are either going to be at the start of the class in calisthenics, or as a punishment for doing something wrong.
Good. Back on your feet. Very good. We're going to do that upper block drill again for another 30 seconds. Up. Ready? Up.
Alright, he said 30 seconds. Let's skip to the end of that.
Yame. Focus, recharge. Very good. Now, we're going to step back into Zenkutu Smash. We're going to get on the body. Step back. Down block. Here.
First off, you don't step back with Senkusachi. Second off, Megeri Kiyage. You know, I actually did a tutorial on this before I had to take it down because someone in my class didn't like that I did a technique tutorial. But let's see how he does.
Go, ready? Son.
From this angle, it doesn't look like he's pulling his toes back. Now, if you're advanced, you don't really have to pull your toes back. You can kick with your toes. It will hurt the other guy, possibly.
Same thing. I'm coming up through the center of my body, and I'm coming back down, and I'm setting back down into Zenkutu Smash.
Also, you see this? He's moving his head moving up and down quite a lot with his movements. You generally want to keep it one level. Don't let yourself rise or fall. Also, he's
Very good. Focus and recharge.
Okay, that's enough of that kick.
Very good. Now, from this Shizentai, normal stance position, we're going to do head on body. We're going to practice. Start up with Shizentai. Prepare. We're going to come down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale.
Okay, this looked like a leg block, but
Exhale. Inhale. Exhale.
This looks like a leg block, and it has the same name as the leg block. He's just calling it a downward block. You know, maybe one of us had the translation wrong. Could be me, could be him, but his form isn't all that good. Generally, you use this block to block an attack going towards your leg. But, you know. Okay.
Very good. We're going to shake our arms out a little bit.
Okay, generally in class, there is a break halfway through. Sometimes we skip it, but, you know, just to grab some water, stretch out, all that stuff. Generally, it's a few minutes. Personally, I like to take a sip of water and then use the bag during the break. But, that's it. Okay, work with front stance.
Let's go ahead and bow, which is ready. Now, I'm going to turn this foot at 45 degrees. I have some training lines here. These training lines are approximately 28 inches apart, which fits my body frame for Zenkitusnashi, and I use it for any of our drills that you will find. I'm going to step out into Zenkitusnashi, put my hands on my hips. Whereas my belly button is pointed straight ahead, is it not? What we're going to do is we're going to step forward.
Okay, this is Zenkitusnashi.
Step into the next stance.
Okay, generally you want to slide your feet instead of stepping, but...
Back again.
Okay, looks like he's sliding now.
Right here.
So far, this isn't all that bad.
Okay, what we want to do is we want to get the feeling for this stance, right? Feeling how it feels. Come through. Working on our posture. Go through these stances. Okay, I'm going to do a quick run through. Open the sidelines. Starting right here. I turn my foot at 45 degrees.
Alright. Looks like he's doing a side demonstration of that. Yeah, what he's doing.
Knees are still bent. Step out into monodachi. This back foot turns. I step on out into the full stance. Still straight ahead here. Same thing. Feet together. It's itch.
Okay, generally you want to plant your feet, yeah, in the stance and not change it. But so far, this part seems pretty decent. Although generally you want to keep your hands up, not just because that's how fighting works, but also good conditioning for your arms. Believe me, your arms will get tired after staying in, keeping them up in the stance for a while. My school actually does this thing. One of my senseis does this thing where he puts something in your arms, usually, a pad, and then just to make sure that you don't drop your hands, because if you do, it'll hit the floor. Okay, now stretching again. Again, this is generally a before class thing, or in a break thing, after class. But the video has about a minute left, so this could be a cool down thing. My class doesn't really do it, but this could be. It's not too bad. It could be a class to class thing here. Stretching. Okay. So that will be it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching. I will rate this guy a 4 out of 10. Thank you all very much for watching. This is Random Man signing off.